Welcome back, Real Chip TV. Thank you for tuning in. The weekly Chirp. We are breaking down the first preseason game against the Colts, and it was a whooping, 36-10. I mean, I know scores don't mean much, but that felt awesome.
Yeah, that's every level of domination right there.
Yeah, I know. We were down at the game, and it was wild. I gotta tell you, watching a game with you was an experience. You are by far my favorite person to watch a football game with. Just going absolutely crazy, yelling. The passion is unrivaled. It was awesome. So, what was the first thing you took away from that game?
I honestly took it. I mean, there's a lot of positives we'll get to. We'll be talking a lot. You know, people ask a lot of questions, so we'll get to that. But I want to talk about some of the negatives. Like Sanchez had Trey Burton wide open on the first play of the game. He rolls out, play action fake, has everyone on the Colts defense looking silly, and the guy underthrows him. And you're thinking, oh man, I hope that was just a hiccup. And then on his touchdown drive that he eventually hit Aguilar for the touchdown, he overthrows Jordan Matthews on him. The guy's open by 20 yards. I mean, he struggled.
You were flipping out.
Yeah. And then he comes back and he hits Aguilar, and he misfired that one too. So it was tough.
If he doesn't overthrow Aguilar there, he probably doesn't score because he has to go up, get it. The DB was so confused. I think the DB was so shocked that he actually was able to grab that ball, and then he just he ran and he burned everyone to the sideline. That was awesome. But I thought the rookies looked great. Eric Rowe, a little shaky at first, but once he forced that fumble, the confidence you could see, it was just he just looked like a new guy. Yeah, they had him out there for probably most of the first, and then
definitely
probably
into the third.
Yeah,
definitely.
third at least.
The second half for sure. So
no, that was great. And then Benny Logan, monster,
unreal. I think he's the best the best nose tackle in all of football. Honestly, he's 24 years old and he's playing like a man already. So people talk about Fletcher Cox, but this guy deserves a lot of talk too.
Yeah, and the Colts they don't have a particularly strong running game, but keep in mind we didn't have our linebackers out there. We didn't have any of our starting linebackers, and the front seven looked sick all game really. They looked good, even like the backup guys and stuff. So
definitely.
I thought it was great. I mean, Chip Kelly definitely had the guys ready to play. The Colts, when their Colts backups came in, they didn't look like they knew what they were doing at all. And besides Andrew Luck,
they gotta hope Andrew Luck stays healthy, but that's a story for another day. I mean, that's their problem. I mean, we had a couple guys, quarterbacks, who could probably. All our quarterbacks didn't look. I mean, Tebow was shaky up and down. Matt Barkley looked like he improved a lot. Mm-hmm. We're going to get to him a little later. Somebody had a good question about him, so we'll save that for that. But
I say we just roll right into it. We got a bunch of questions. Chip chatter. We got a bunch of questions by you guys, the fans.
Before we get into it, these are a lot of new fans that had questions. So I'd like to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Welcome to Real Chip TV. Stay tuned though. All our regular fans. We have 40 subscribers. We're growing. Not too crazy right now, but stay tuned. Stay with us. We're going to be doing giveaways all season long. We're going to have nice Stitch jerseys to give away. We're going to have T-shirts and a lot of different things coming out. So, stay tuned. You can win some cool prizes. You can get your Eagle scoop. And we're the voice of the fans. Again, we want to hear from you guys. So we're going to get into it.
We want to get you guys some Eagle swag. By the way, side note, I got this yesterday in the game. This practice squadron. I look like Tebow out there. Just saying, $10. Just $10 from the pro shop. I haven't stopped wearing it since I bought it.
Yes.
So let's roll into Chip chatter. We're going to go to Instagram. We got a lot of questions on Instagram today. Z.D.Ivy.
ZD Ivy, I think.
ZD Ivy. Okay, so ZD. All right, Zach. All right, Zach. Okay, I like it. I get you now. Man. All right. He asked, will Kenyon Barner make the final roster?
That's a great question. A lot of talk about how Dallas is weak at running back. They're banged up, and if we cut him, he's a potential guy who could be a weapon on a team. He's like a Darren Sproles. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He can take a pitch to the outside. He had a touchdown on. He had the punt return touchdown. I mean, we were moving seats when the punt return happened, and everyone goes crazy, and we missed it. But Overall, no, he should make the final roster. Honestly, you got to find a way to keep 4 running backs, and he's got to stick because he's a weapon. And Darren Sproles is going to be gone. And, he's getting older. I hate to say it, but he is. And Barner could be that type of player.
Yeah, I think you make a really good point. Just keep him so no one else gets him. Really, at this point, I mean, the guy looked explosive yesterday. It's just one game.
Yeah, now let's keep it up through the. I mean, it's a hard question to answer because it's week 1 of the preseason, but 3 more weeks, and I mean, if he plays well, he's going to get a lot of time in the Jets in the final game of the preseason against the Jets. He's going to get a lot of time because it's the 4th preseason game, so he's going to have a chance to showcase his starting running back ability, and we'll see.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't teach speed, and he's definitely got it for a running back.
Seems like a lot of guys on this team have that.
Yeah, very, very fast. You're big and fast. Like Chip Kelly, you got to be big and you got to be fast. He just breeds like these monsters.
Yep.
All right, so next question. At Scotty_Philly asks, when will Josh Huff and Earl Wolf be cut?
That's a rough take, Scotty. I'm gonna have to disagree. I mean, Earl Wolf. I see you there.
Garbage.
Ed Reynolds. Ed Reynolds had a really good game yesterday and got himself into the mix. Not only had the 2 interceptions, but in between, he got the interception. We were at getting drinks or water or something during his first interception. We come back. The defense comes back on the field. Ed Reynolds breaks up 2 passes and then gets another interception. So, I mean, this guy was everywhere. I called him. I said, "Hey, Dad, is that Ed?" My dad was at the game too with us, and he said, "I said, hey, Dad, is that Ed Reed or is that Ed Reynolds out there?" So,
oh my God.
I mean, the guy looked great. So Earl Wolf, your chances are for his. I hear his knee's getting worse, so he's going to be gone. But Josh Huff, man, he's a starter for us, and he's been great. Didn't have a catch yesterday, I don't think.
Was he even targeted though yesterday?
Yeah, it didn't even look like
he was.
I mean, Sanchez was struggling all over the place, and Huff didn't really get much action. So, I mean, we'll see what happens, and don't give up on Josh Huff yet. He's just too talented for that.
I agree. The guy's only 23 years old. He's got plenty of time. Next question. At Speedy Murray and Matthews, I like that Twitter handle.
Legion of Zoom.
He's asking, Legion of Zoom, how many fumbles will Eric Rowe force?
Well, he had one yesterday. I think his closing speed, it creeps up on you. I mean, I saw Philip Dorsett catch that pass, and there was no one around him. He literally, I was like, oh, man, wide open. And then you see Eric Rowe come out of your corner of your eye. You're like, oh, my gosh, here he comes. And just crushed him. So
that's a veteran play, though. The tackle, while you're bringing him down, go for the punch. Like, that's something that I feel like that didn't really start happening until maybe 3 or 4 years ago when guys really started doing that. And to see that from a young kid like that who looked timid, in his first game, just to once he did that, that was like switch went off. You could just see it.
So I don't know, maybe 3 fumbles forced. Let's just say
3 fumbles forced. Oh, we'll go 3. Okay, that'd be cool. Next question. At MOREH_5. Do you think Matt Barkley could be a starter on another team? Would he ever be traded?
It's a good question. Barkley's got a long way to go. He came a long way, though, from his rookie year, fighting to get better and fighting to keep on this team. And, there's a reason he can make a couple of the throws that he made. The one to Miles Austin was great down the sideline. But, I could see him getting traded. I mean, if he's got value, you get rid of him. I mean, I don't think he's going to be a starter here, but I could see it. Maybe a team being interested in going after him.
Absolutely. I mean, he was a pleasant surprise for me yesterday. I thought he played pretty well. I'm personally, I think Tebow should be on the team, but I mean, if you could get something for Matt Barkley, I mean, Matt Barkley was really good yesterday.
Yeah, for sure.
The day that quarterback play wasn't top notch.
It was not top notch. Highly anticipated Sam Bradford debut next week.
I cannot wait. We need that. Next question. At Bradley Godfrey asks, what percentage of the carries will Murray have?
It's tough to say. They like keeping guys fresh, but I'll give you 60 to 65, maybe 70. I mean, he is the number one guy. He's paid the most money for a reason, so he's going to have to tote the ball more than Matthews and Sproles, obviously, and Kenyon Barner if he can make the team. But I'd say 60 to 70%.
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think that equates to? 16 to 20 carries a game, probably.
Yeah, around 20 carries a game at least.
20 carries.
You get Matthews 12 or so, and then Sproles will have a couple touches and keep him going.
Yeah, all right, I like it. At Gallagher 74.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
That's a tough one to announce. What do you think of our new secondary receiving corps and the depth that they have?
The receivers in the secondary are definitely something you need depth in because they're relatively new. The receivers are young. The secondary just has a lot of new faces, and I thought it really showed in what we were saying. It didn't look like the Colts backups even wanted to. They don't even want to play for the team. I mean, they don't even want to play football for a living. And these guys on the Eagles, they compete. They push each other. You saw, Del Val product, Roxborough High School native,
right up the street.
Yeah. Rasheed Bailey, he's making some big plays out there. You saw some of the E.J. Biggers made a couple big plays in the secondary. So these new faces, they're competing to play on. If it's not here, it's somewhere else, and that's what depth and competition breeds. So I was really impressed with that.
No, I thought everyone stepped up, and the thing with our secondary, people might be a little worried, but they can't be worse than last year. No. And we're definitely going. Our defense is going to be better last year, regardless of the secondary's performance. Because it was seriously that bad that it's like, I'm not. I am more. I want them to play well, but I just know that they're going to be better. They have to be. You can't be worse than that. Our last question. We're going to go to Twitter. Mike Christie at mchristie21. He asked, "Run defense looked elite. Can the secondary back them up?" And he also stated Maxwell looks soft. Do you think so?
We can be honest. Mike's one of my good friends from childhood. Went to high school with us. Also went to elementary school. He's my neighbor. He loves picking on me a little bit. He thinks he's a realistic fan. He thinks I'm a little crazy for some of my predictions and whatnot. So I'm going to have to say no, he was not soft, though. Byron Maxwell, absolutely not. I just think he's not the type of corner that gives up big plays. He lets you get 5, he'll let you get 7, but he makes tackles, he forces out of bounds. And a lot of the time, Luck's looking over there to throw to his number one read on that side, whether it was Andre Johnson or Philip Dorsett. T.Y. Hilton was out of the game, so he couldn't target him. But Maxwell had him covered for the most part, and he held the ball a little long. And it's preseason. It's tough to stop Luck anytime, especially when you give him a lot of time to throw. And he did complete, 2 passes against Maxwell, or a pass or something. I wouldn't say he looked soft. He's right about something. The run defense, he said, looked really good. He actually texted that to me right after the game. But, I think the secondary's got to get, you don't want to risk getting hurt. And Maxwell, he laid off a little bit, but we'll see when the season starts and the bullets are really flying. But I thought they looked good. I think they can back the run defense up, and I think, like you said, it can't get any worse than last year. So.
Yeah, I think they just need to kind of pick up the slack a little bit. We're not asking them to be all stars, but just do enough to put our defense to that next level, because they didn't look like anyone could be running on us this year.
Nah.
So I think why the soft thing for Maxwell is I think we don't really know how he plays. You know what I mean? Exactly. So I like when you think Seahawks, you just think they're not getting anything. They're not giving up anything. So I think that's why I kind of was like, I was like maybe a little soft, but like you said, he didn't give up big plays. And there was some times where Andrew Luck was back there for a while, and so we're having to cover the guys for 5 to 6 seconds, and they're not getting open on them. So.
Exactly, and then you got to remember preseason's very vanilla, very basic. You're not throwing disguise blitzes. You're not trying to put much on film for teams to see what you've been working on behind closed doors. So I think with more pressure on quarterbacks, and we're not going to play Andrew Luck he got hot one series and made a couple quick passes on us, a couple third downs, but we're not going to play Andrew Luck every game. So we're guys that take more risks, guys that want to throw into coverage a little more, such as Tony Romo, Eli Manning, Robert Griffin, those 3 in particular. There's quarterbacks, like they're gunslingers around the league that just try to throw the ball into coverage, and Maxwell had it covered. Luck's not going to make a mistake like that, but you can bet they'll try to force things in. Jenkins and Maxwell and Carroll played well, so just that big play was not there. You didn't see. Did you see the starting unit of the Colts even make a big play? He didn't throw the ball downfield. He was picking, but he held him to a field goal. So.
And last year, what was it? Like we led the league in giving up 20-yard plus pass plays.
Yeah, the big play stat. It's called the big play. It's any play of 20 yards. So through passing, we let up 72 big plays, and there's only 6 teams that let up 70 or more since that stat was created in 1991. So since
we went 10-6.
Yeah, 1991 till now, that's what, 20-some years? And what is that? I don't feel
24 years. It's been 24th year.
We're the 6th team to let that many pass plays up of 20 yards, and yeah, we went 10-6, and that was the point of emphasis, and you got to find the right balance. You got to take your chances when you can, and then you don't want to let guys behind you, but you don't want to let guys rack up a ton of like little catches and move down the field either. So there's a balance, but again, it's week 1 of preseason. So
absolutely. I mean, for the first game, I thought it was great. I mean, what's your final opinion on the game?
I thought it was awesome. I thought they played way better than last year. If you remember, Nick Foles in week 1 of preseason last year threw 2 interceptions, 2 terrible interceptions. I don't think Sanchez didn't throw an interception, did he? No turnovers. So
might have been so inaccurate. No one could catch them in his pass.
Couple plays where the center had bad snaps and guys doing the handoffs dropped the ball on the ground, but I don't think the Colts recovered any of them. We didn't turn it over. Looked sharp. I mean, we looked like we played with high energy. That's what you look for in preseason, is the high energy, and Chip's got his guys ready to play, like you said, and they're going to play fast. They're all capable of running this offense, and it really does make players look much better. I mean, Barkley's hitting guys all over the place. Tebow's making a couple plays. That backup tight end Eric Tomlinson, he looked like he could be a sleeper to maybe be the guy to take over for Brent Selleck eventually. I mean, you got Trey Burton running down the field wide open. I mean, backup tight ends, backups are getting open. So, I mean, it's going to be a long season for teams playing us, because we don't mess around, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought Eagles, great first game, and cannot wait for Saturday. We'll see you guys next time.